Hi, Ingrid here from wellness2go.ca, and today I want to ask a question. So, how do we gauge, let's say, the health of our relationships, right? How do we as a society or as an individual or as if you're in a couple, like how do you measure the health of your relationship using that as a gauge, right? So to me, intimacy, that's one of the ways to use it as a measurement. Passion, that's another, and also commitment. Now, intimacy, when I talk about intimacy, when I think of intimacy, it's not from the sexual standpoint, or even the passion, it's not from the sexual standpoint. It's intimacy in terms of liking someone, having kindness, having enjoyment with sharing affection. So we look at how do we measure that with interacting with our friendships, our family, the couple, or being in a couple, and even how we do that with ourselves, right? How much do we like ourselves? How kind are we to ourselves? And we gauge that in terms of not being self-destructive, right? We're being kind. We're taking care of our needs. We're taking care of the needs of our family or friends that are closest to us, even acquaintances, right? So that's something to kind of you could take a look at as a measure or a gauge. Even passion. How much excitement do you have in your day? How much excitement do you have in your when you wake up in the morning? Like to say, okay, let's get moving with the day. What can I do today? Even if you're having to deal with isolation, these are really key areas for us to explore, especially now. I keep thinking that this is a great moment for us to heal our relationships, heal the relationship with yourself, heal the relationship with others as best as you can. Whatever is within your control to do, this would be a great moment. So let's try to see if we can measure the health of the relationship. Let's see what we're able to do. The last part I mentioned, I said the three things: commitment. And the measure of the health of the commitment is how willing are you to stay through the challenges? How willing are you to try new things, be open to something a little bit different, if it's very clear in that moment that there are some problems, or there is a particular problem that was always a red flag from the very beginning? What can you do now to start to put your relationship back on a healthy track, right? Because if we're thinking of, from the body, when I think of, how do we take care of our health? The way how we gauge that is we look at what we're eating, we look at how much we're able to get, let's say, good rest and exercise, how much water we're drinking. So we have some very clear measuring tools, right? What we're putting into our bodies, how often are we doing this, right? We're able to do that. And sometimes it's a little bit more challenging with how to measure the relationship. And I like those three key things because when they're actively practiced, you start to, I think of it like you're baking a cake. You start to create this cake, this bread, maybe. I'm thinking food, you start to create love. That's what comes out of the oven. That's what, when the pot is finished, when the soup is done, we have love. So we find these ingredients, we get our intimacy, we get our passion, we get our commitment, and within those ingredients actively working together, cooking and marinating and doing the things that they do to help us have exciting moments and feel desired or feel attractive or even enjoy how much we are attracted to another person, how much we enjoy affection of other, could be holding hands, or in terms of sharing intimate details, the conversations. When we work at those ingredients, mixing and blending together, we have the love, but let's use it along the lines of like a gauge, the way how we check in to see how healthy we're eating, how much water we're drinking. So check in to see what's happening in the area of intimacy in your life. Check in to see what's happening in terms of passion and desire. What can you do differently? Check in with commitment. Take a look at that, see how that's what's happening there. And if and when you're ready and you're open to it, then you start to take action. You start to say, okay, behaviors, this particular behavior, it's not working in my relationship. It's not working between myself and my partner. It's not working in helping me, if I'm single as an individual, to attract into my life the partner that I want to be with, the type of partner or kind of partner I want to be with. And also I have to change the behavior to attract, for me to be the kind of partner that I'm looking forward to attracting. So something to think about. Ask yourself that question. How are you measuring the health of your relationship? So asking you, like, subscribe, join my newsletter, check on, social media. Find me there on social media, and Twitter, Instagram, all that good stuff. Like, subscribe. Find me on my webpage and sign up for Good Food for Your Thoughts, the newsletter, and I'll see you soon.